I'm talking with Brandon Geider, who's a young man that I've known almost all his life. Brandon has some questions for me. So, Brandon,
Well, thank you, Dr. Boben. I have known you ever since I was real little, and you have always been a close and dear friend to me, well, my family and I. So, without further ado, I would like to ask you some questions today. Uh, the medical profession has always been something I was interested in, but I know is often overlooked. So, I wanted to get kind of some of your views and get to know more behind the scenes. That way, others can know uh, how incredible this profession is.
well, most medical people don't seek headlines, don't seek notoriety, or anything like that. We try our best to stay out of the newspaper, sometimes not successfully, but we do. I think our motivation is basically the reason that we went into medicine and medical school in the first place, and that is that we're trying to leave this planet of ours a little better place than we find it, and we try and do that mainly through our care and concern about our patients.
We definitely appreciate that. Without you and a whole bunch of other medical teams, I feel that our way of life would be way different, and how we advance with through science, medical science, would all be different than how it is today if you guys didn't explore.
Yeah, that's an interesting point because I've been doing this job for 52 years. And I was about the stage of my life about a year and a half ago where I thought I knew almost all the answers, and it was just a matter of going through whatever cells in my brain to pull one out. And then we got COVID.
Uh,
And that's been a whole new ball game for me and for I guess every other physician how to deal with it, how to manage it, how to do the best thing for our patients, how to do the safest thing for our staff, etc. Uh, and of course, it's a constantly changing spectrum. I always say to my patients, what I'm telling you now this week may not be what I'm telling you in 2 weeks. Because if you even look at current now we're in sitting here without masks on. Well, a month ago, we all be wearing masks. Times change, and that's what keeps me interested.
that's great. So, one question I would like to ask is, I want to take you kind of to the beginning, and every kid has their own dream that they dream about what they're going to be when they're older. When you were a kid, was the medical field right away for you? Yes, right away, or
Yeah, that's a great question. And quick answer is yes. My father was a doctor, and we had the old style that you never see anymore, where Dad's office was on the first floor, family lived on the second floor, and Dad had a nice office. I can still see it. He had a beautiful consulting room with all his diplomas and books behind him, and he had an Oriental rug and a fireplace where we'd have a fire in the winter and patients would sit here and he'd advise them. And I thought, hey, this is pretty good. I like this. I think maybe I'll give this a try. So that sort of carried me through the interest. And of course, as I got older, the office and the fireplace and the rest of it disappeared. And now I have a little tiny seat in a room with 7 other doctors. But it was just something I always wanted to be. And I remember when I was in college, because the pre-meds were taking the science courses, the math courses, what you call STEM now. And they were pretty difficult. And we studied pretty hard. And some of my friends would say, in a way I envy you, because you know what you want to do. We don't know what we want to do. We're going to graduate from college and we have no clue what we're going to do next. So I knew that when I was in college, I was going to go to med school and so on. So I've always had it pretty well programmed out in my life since I was much younger than you are.